Hi everyone, my name is Tao Yeager. I'm a product manager here at GitLab for Verify Continuous Integration. Today I'd like to talk to you about three issues that we are targeting for the 13.4 milestone. I'm focusing on CI interactions, and I hope you'll also watch the video that Jason and Vidica did on CI authoring. So diving into the first issue here, what we're trying to solve in this issue is to make it easier for users to select and specify the variables that they want to be included when you're running a pipeline manually. This is also helpful for users that either are not familiar with all of the variables that need to be defined for a pipeline, or if you simply just want some efficiency and to reduce risk of errors. So the way this works is right now, when you're looking at a list of pipeline and you want to run a pipeline manually, you would click on Run Pipeline. It takes you to this form where you can specify the environment where you want the pipeline to run. And then right now, the existing form does not pre-populate any of the possible variable key values. And we certainly want to make that a more user-friendly experience. One of the possible solutions is to allow defining the inputs in the CI YAML file itself, the inputs of the variables, the possible key and values. So that's one approach to solving for this. This issue is also particularly helpful if you're used to parameterizing your builds and you're migrating from Jenkins to GitLab CI. This feature should make that available for you in GitLab. Another feature that we're focusing on in 13.3 is to give you a graphical visualization of your GitLab CI YAML file. If you have a very complicated CI configuration, it would be nice if you can see a graphical representation of it. And this is what we're trying to achieve in the first iteration of this feature. That first iteration delivering a view-only representation to the right of the YAML file. And so you see here in the initial stage of defining the stages in your pipeline, you'll see that it's represented to the right. And then as you go along and you're looking at your YAML file with jobs that are defined to be dependent on each other. In this example, test2 job is dependent on the build job above. You'll see in the graphical representation that there is a connector between test2 and the build jobs to indicate that those are dependencies. And these are just preliminary designs for that, but it gives you a general idea of how we want to give you a clear representation graphically of your CI YAML file. And then later we'll iterate on that and give you the ability to edit from the right side, which will change the syntax of the YAML file on the left based on this design here. So what I'm talking about for left and right. Then there is one bug that I did want to highlight among several that we're going to be working on in 13.4 is making sure that when your merge request has been added to merge train, it doesn't get accidentally dropped from merge train simply because someone inadvertently added a new comment and unresolved a thread or added a new thread. And as you know, all threads must be resolved in order for an MR to be submitted. Current functionality also removes your MR from the merge train if a new unresolved thread is created on the MR. And so basically our proposal here is just add logic to prevent a new thread or comment to unresolve a thread and then ultimately prevent it from causing the MR to be dropped from the merge train. One of the reasons we're targeting this and other bugs that I wanted to highlight is wanting to make it to improve the experience for you in using both GitLab CI and then merge train as well. That's it for the three issues that I wanted to highlight. I'll add links to these issues under this video. Feel free to ping me on the issues if you have any comments or questions or suggestions. Thanks for listening. Take care.